What if the secret to living well beyond 100 years wasn't hidden in expensive treatments or modern technology, but quietly practiced every morning at the breakfast table? Across the tranquil islands of Japan, a pattern emerges. In the small, sunlit kitchens of places like Okinawa and Nagano, regions known for their extraordinary number of centenarians, the day begins not with haste, but with a ritual, a breakfast, simple and unassuming, yet deeply intentional. One man who understood the power of these quiet rituals was Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a revered physician who lived actively until the remarkable age of 105. For him, longevity was never about radical interventions. It was about consistency. It was about the gentle accumulation of small, wise habits, a philosophy mirrored in the daily practices of Japan's oldest citizens. And at the heart of it all was breakfast. While much of the modern world leans toward convenience, quick coffee, packaged cereals, sugary pastries, the traditional Japanese breakfast remains a sanctuary of balance and nourishment. Not merely a meal, but a ceremony, a meditation on simplicity, seasonality, and gratitude. Imagine beginning each day not with stress, but with intention. Not with noise, but with calm. In today's journey, we will explore the breakfast rituals that have quietly sustained the easy health and vitality of Japan's centenarians for generations. Perhaps, in their ancient wisdom, lies a timeless lesson for us all. In much of the modern world, breakfast has become an afterthought. A quick meal eaten on the move, often heavy, processed, and stripped of true nourishment. Yet in Japan, particularly among its oldest generations, breakfast is not simply a source of energy. It is a foundation for life itself. At the heart of this philosophy lies the principle of Ichiju Sansai, a structure meaning one soup, three sides. It is a tradition rooted in ancient Buddhist practices, emphasizing balance not just in the flavors on the plate, but in the energy they provide. Each dish is carefully chosen to harmonize the body's needs, warming, grounding, energizing without excess. This balance is not accidental. In traditional Japanese medicine, there is a deep awareness of yin and yang, opposing yet complementary forces that must be nurtured. A breakfast that honors these forces is believed to set the tone for the day, creating a body that is resilient, a mind that is clear, and a spirit that is calm. But beyond nutrients and calories, there is a deeper lesson: mindfulness. Every item in the traditional breakfast, from the miso soup to the pickled vegetables, is prepared and consumed with care. Eating is not rushed. It is a conscious act, a quiet moment to align the body's rhythms with the rhythms of the earth. The meal itself is modest: a small bowl of rice, a serving of fermented vegetables, a piece of grilled fish, a portion of tofu or seaweed, and perhaps a warm broth. Yet this simplicity is its strength. By focusing on whole foods, seasonal ingredients, and natural preparation methods, the traditional Japanese breakfast delivers not only nutrition, but harmony, both within the body and with the world outside. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who counseled thousands of patients and led a vibrant life past a century, understood this well. He often spoke of the importance of moderation and routine, small choices that compound into a lifetime of wellness. And breakfast, humble as it may seem, was never to be neglected. It was the day's first opportunity to care for oneself, to choose life with every bite. At the center of the traditional Japanese breakfast are two seemingly simple yet profoundly nourishing staples: rice and miso soup. Together, they form more than just a meal. They create a ritual of healing and renewal that begins each day with balance. Rice, particularly polished white rice, has been a dietary cornerstone in Japan for centuries. Unlike its heavily processed counterparts found elsewhere, Japanese rice is prepared with care, steamed gently to preserve its natural sweetness and structure. For the elders of Japan, rice is not merely fuel. It is a symbol of life, a sacred grain that offers stable energy without burdening the digestive system. Light on the stomach, yet rich in essential nutrients when consumed alongside a variety of side dishes, rice forms the blank canvas upon which the day's nourishment is painted. Paired with rice is miso soup, a warm, savory broth crafted from fermented soybean paste, seaweed, and tofu. Miso is much more than a seasoning. It is a living food, brimming with probiotics that fortify the gut microbiome. Modern science has begun to validate what Japanese tradition has known for centuries. The health of the gut is intricately linked to immunity, mood regulation, and even longevity. Fermented foods like miso introduce beneficial bacteria into the digestive tract, promoting a diverse and resilient microbiota. For the elderly, this is particularly vital, as the immune system naturally weakens with age. Miso offers a gentle daily reinforcement, a quiet guardian maintaining the delicate ecosystems within. Beyond the probiotics, miso soup is rich in vitamins and minerals. Vitamin K, essential for bone health. B vitamins, crucial for energy, metabolism, and antioxidants that fight the oxidative stress associated with aging. The seaweed often added to miso soup brings iodine and other trace minerals, supporting thyroid health and metabolic balance. But perhaps what makes rice and miso soup so powerful is their simplicity. Together, they provide the body with warmth, hydration, and foundational nourishment without excess. They embody the philosophy of moderation and respect for natural rhythms that defines the Japanese approach to eating and living. To sit quietly in the morning, holding a warm bowl of miso soup, feeling the steam rise, and tasting the earth's richness in each sip. This is more than sustenance. It is a daily meditation, a humble beginning that, repeated over decades, becomes a pathway to vitality and grace. While many cultures reserve fish for special occasions, in the traditional Japanese breakfast, a small serving of grilled fish is a daily companion. Alongside it, seaweed, humble in appearance, yet profound in its contribution to health, graces the table with quiet dignity. Grilled fish, often salmon, mackerel, or sardine, is a cornerstone of morning nourishment. In contrast to the heavy, processed meats common in other breakfasts, these fish are light, clean sources of high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are well documented for their anti-inflammatory properties, supporting heart health, reducing the risk of stroke, and preserving cognitive function, all critical pillars of healthy aging. For the elderly in Japan, fish is not simply a protein source. It is a guardian of the heart and mind. By consuming modest portions, they embrace the principle of hara hachibu, eating until only 80% full, allowing their bodies to benefit without excess burden. The gentle preparation methods, often a light grill without heavy sauces, maintain the natural integrity of the fish, offering nourishment in its purest form. Complementing the fish is seaweed, or nori and wakame, integral parts of the Japanese diet for centuries. Rich in iodine, calcium, iron, and a unique array of polysaccharides, seaweed supports metabolic health, bone density, and immune resilience. Modern studies have linked regular seaweed consumption to lower rates of hypertension and certain cancers, validating ancient practices with contemporary science. Seaweed also contains fucoidans, compounds found to exhibit anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and even anti-tumor activities. In a world where the modern diet often strips away these powerful micronutrients, the Japanese breakfast quietly restores them. Yet, beyond nutrition, these foods carry deeper cultural meanings. Fish represents perseverance and vitality. Seaweed, flexibility and endurance. By integrating them into the first meal of the day, Japanese elders not only nourish their bodies, but also reaffirm values that sustain them through life's inevitable seasons. Eating fish and seaweed each morning is not about following a trend or adhering to a diet. It is about respecting what nature provides and embracing its gifts in their most authentic form. It is about starting each day with gratitude for the food, for the body, and for the journey of life itself. In the quiet of early mornings, while the steam from miso soup curls into the air and the gentle scent of grilled fish lingers, a small but essential companion graces the traditional Japanese breakfast table: tsukemono, or pickled vegetables. At first glance, they seem simple: colorful, crunchy slices of radish, cucumber, or plum. Yet, within their unassuming presence lies a profound secret of longevity. Pickled vegetables have long been cherished in Japan, not merely as a means of preserving food, but as powerful agents of health. Fermentation, the ancient method used to prepare tsukemono, transforms ordinary vegetables into living foods, rich in probiotics and enzymes that nurture the gut. In modern terms, we understand the gut microbiome as a central player in immunity, mood regulation, and disease prevention. For Japanese elders, this was never theory. It was practice, passed down through generations. Each serving of tsukemono introduces beneficial bacteria that help maintain a diverse and resilient microbiota. This diversity is crucial as we age, when the gut's microbial landscape can diminish, weakening the body's defenses. Fermented vegetables help counter this natural decline, supporting digestion, enhancing nutrient absorption, and fortifying immune resilience, quietly building a foundation of strength from within. Beyond their probiotic virtues, pickled vegetables offer a concentrated source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. The brining process can even make certain nutrients more bioavailable, enhancing the body's ability to absorb and utilize them effectively. For instance, pickled daikon radish is celebrated for aiding digestion and detoxification, while umeboshi, plums, intensely sour and salty, are prized for their alkalizing effects and role in maintaining the body's internal balance. But tsukemono offer more than physiological benefits. They are reminders of the Japanese philosophy of shizen, living in harmony with nature. Each bite reflects the seasons, the soil, and the patient hands that transformed simple vegetables through careful fermentation. Eating tsukemono is not merely an act of consumption, it is an act of connection to the earth, to tradition, and to the quiet rhythms that sustain life. In a world increasingly driven by speed and convenience, the inclusion of pickled vegetables in the morning meal stands as a testament to the value of patience, craftsmanship, and reverence for the unseen forces that support health. It is through such small, mindful practices that the Japanese continue to nourish not only their bodies, but their spirits, one meal, one morning at a time. When we look closely at the breakfast tables of Japan's oldest citizens, we see more than food. We see a philosophy of life. A bowl of steamed rice, a cup of miso soup, a serving of fish and seaweed, a small dish of pickled vegetables, each item a testament to balance, patience, and reverence for nature's wisdom. In the West, longevity is often sought through innovation, the latest diet, the newest supplement, The cutting-edge therapy, but in the quiet villages of Japan, it is cultivated through tradition, through daily rituals that honor the body's needs and the earth's gifts. The Japanese breakfast is not designed to impress. It is designed to sustain, quietly and faithfully, day after day, year after year. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara understood this truth. His long and vibrant life was not the product of extraordinary interventions, but of ordinary habits, practiced with extraordinary consistency. He taught that health is not something we chase, but something we build, meal by meal, choice by choice, morning by morning. To live long is a gift. To live well is an art. Perhaps the first step toward that art is simpler than we think. To begin each day not with haste, but with care, not with abundance, but with balance, not with noise, but with silence and gratitude. As you rise tomorrow, consider this. What if your breakfast could be a quiet revolution, a small, sacred act of devotion to your health and your future? What if longevity began not with what you add, but with what you honor? Choose one small ritual to begin tomorrow. Perhaps a warm bowl of miso soup. Perhaps a few bites of fermented vegetables. Start simple. Start mindful. Start today. If you believe that longevity is built in the quiet moments, not the loud ones, leave a comment below. Longevity through simplicity. Subscribe to our channel for more timeless lessons on health and well-being. Share this video with those who value living fully, and join a community that honors the art of aging gracefully. Because sometimes the greatest transformations begin with a single mindful breakfast.